This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we welcome you inside the Preston Gym, as tonight the Preston Indians ladies volleyball team comes home as they'll play their first district match of the year as they'll take on the Pocatello Indians. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Hubbard. Glad to have you with us here tonight as Preston coming off a very difficult time the other night up in Rigby at the triangle matches against Rigby and Shelley. They played two very interesting matches. One a very tough match against a very good Rigby team that they lost in 4 sets and then lost in 5 in the nightcap of the triangle matches against the Shelley Russets, losing 15-3 in the 5th set when they just ran out of that little oomph that they needed to be able to continue to play, and Shelley had the best of them in the 5th set of that match. So they come home and they take on a Pocatello team who so far on the year is 2-5. Preston comes into this match 3-6 overall on the year. But for both teams, it's their first conference match in the new conference that they're in, this 3-team conference with the two of them and Century, now known as the Southeast Idaho Conference. So they'll go to take on the match here tonight. And for Preston, well, they'll try to get back on the winning side. They'll try to find the right footing here, and hopefully we can get a good crowd so far making their way in to the gym here in Preston. Hopefully have a loud, boisterous crowd for them tonight against this natural rival in the Pocatello Indians. Pocatello will have a little extra incentive tonight. You may have heard that earlier this week the Pocatello School District voted to do away with the Indians mascot name for the school, the name they've had for 70-plus years from what I understand. Well, they had a pep rally on campus earlier today to officially say goodbye to the Indians nickname. What will the new nickname be? Well, nobody knows for sure as of yet. The school board is working on those ideas, and they'll have a new mascot nickname when we come in for next year's school year. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our pregame visit with Coach Kalaska Haskell. We'll do all that as we continue on the pregame show right after this.
KACH, my local radio.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
westmotorcompany.com.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
The 3-0 Westside Pirates are off to another perfect start as they head out on the road this Friday night to face the Coal Valley Christian Chargers. The Pirates have collected wins over Firth, Snake River, and last Friday night over a tough Marsh Valley Eagles squad. Follow the game live on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. It's the Indians and the Indians coming up here in just a few minutes from Preston Gym, as we'll visit with head coach Carrasco Haskell here on the pregame show. Let's go back to Tuesday night up in Rigby. A couple of matches, one a very good match and one that was very winnable, and ended up losing both of them, unfortunately, in the end.
Yeah, that was a hard night for us. We really have been working on starting stronger and then closing out sets, because that's been a big struggle for us so far. When we find some rhythm, we start too late and dig a hole, and then we get there and catch up to them, and then we have a hard time just closing out. And so we came in at Rigby, and we definitely just did that. We came in right away that first set and just kind of took control and had everything kind of in our advantage for that set. And then from there, Rigby started actually figuring out different things and making adjustments. They made less errors, and we just had a hard time battling back with them at that point. But they battled strong, and then when we went up against Shelley, same idea. 2 sets up, great sets. They played hard, they played great, and then they just kind of stopped playing some. And we've talked a lot about that, of just having that desire to be here. And 2, we haven't had all of our players, and that does make a big change. But the girls that are on the court, they've been playing on the same court for a while now, because our injuries have lasted for so long, that you would hope that they would kind of just take control of that. And I think sometimes their knowledge of the court and gameplay at this level sometimes does get the best of them, and then we just settle down for easy.
The one thing that struck me was that Rigby had such big, powerful outside hitters, but our girls weren't intimidated. They came right out in that first set, and they hung right in there with them, but slowly they started to take over the match.
Oh yeah, watching in warm-ups, they looked excellent. I was like, they've got good hitters all across the board. And our warm-up definitely did not look anything like theirs. Ours was really slow and just, we really had to feel a rhythm. And so it was shocking that first set to just come out, and they had so many errors. And those girls, they were putting up big blocks, and they were digging up balls, and they were reading well. And so they really handled it then, and then they got a little craftier with their hitting on the other side, and then that really kind of made us have to work harder. And by the end of the set, they ended up pulling that out, and they ended up taking over.
That second match, the 5-setter against Shelley, through the third and fourth sets, and you get into the fifth, and all of a sudden it's just like there was just nothing left in the tank.
Yeah, so tries are just really weird and difficult in the first place. And so, at the end of the night, those girls played 9 sets. That's a long night for anyone to do. That's hours upon hours of intense volleyball. And I'm
on top of a 2.5-hour bus ride each way.
Oh, absolutely. And school right before that. So they're doing a lot with their bodies. And I understand that. But of course, from a coach's standpoint, I want them just to push like they've got everything in them. And we definitely weren't doing that. And that was hard to even just watch and sit back and see, because at that point, there's not a lot you can do. It's got to drive from within them, and it just wasn't there anymore.
I guess that's the whole message to take away from Tuesday night, is it has to be intestinal fortitude to be able to make you want to go up, dive for the ball, go up and try to hit that spike and keep and win the point.
Oh, absolutely, because there's no doubt in my mind that these girls don't have what it takes to win those matches. Obviously, the first 2 sets, they just came in there and just were like, hey, we're going to take these. They were playing some great volleyball, and I had even made changes in our lineup, and they just stepped up and played with their hearts. And then it just, I'm not sure what it is, but something in them wasn't fully there, wasn't connecting to give everything they had. It was just, I'm tired, and I'm just tired. instead of I'm tired, but I'm going to keep pushing. So
Injury update, you got Whitehurst in for a couple of service points anyway, not really any extended playing time, but at least you got her on the floor.
Yeah, she was happy to be back, but we knew it was short-lived, and at the same time, she was just not fully with us. She still had lots of pain on Tuesday. And then she practiced yesterday, and it's looking pretty good. So hoping that this is what's going to happen. She's going to get back out on the court and play for us. And then we're going to put Maddie back out on the court tonight as her first night. She played well in practice yesterday, and since this is a district game, my girls don't want to let this one even have a chance of sneaking past us. So they want to do whatever they can. And those two in particular, Emily and Maddie, are very determined souls. And they've been waiting to make sure that they were going to be completely present for this match so that they could give everything they've got for the team.
It comes down to two words: pain tolerance.
Yes, and they both have a ton of it. So finding that good line of asking too much and asking not enough. But we're really good about open communication about those things, and so that makes my job a lot easier too.
All right, finally here quickly, let's talk a little bit about Pocatello. What do you remember from last year that you might be able to take into the match here tonight?
They're just a scrappy team, but granted, they graduated 7 or 8 seniors, and those were the basis of their team. So they have new hands this season. They have a strong middle, but when we saw her I think it was at a tournament or summer, she wasn't playing at that point. I think she's coming back today. And she's a big part of what I remember is their strong middle. They have decent outsides and a really strong right side who loves to swing line. And so we know those things, but at the same time, we have a lot that we're bringing tonight. And so if we can just stick it out and play together as a team and really push all the way through with our hearts, then I think they're going to have no problem with it.
Thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
It's Carrasco Haskell here on the pregame show. We'll be right back.
KACH.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH. KACH.
Welcome back here on the pregame show as they count down here toward the opening serve of the match here tonight. One thing we will mention as far as keys to the game, Preston needs to play within themselves, keep a good pace, but also stay up with this team and go all the way through the end. Don't run out of gas like they did the other night against Shelley, but they need to get off to a real good start like they did against Rigby and Shelley both, where they won 3 out of the first 4 sets of the 2 matches combined when you look back at the action from a Tuesday night. So now we invite you now to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Lady Indian Volleyball is coming up right after this.
KACH. My local radio.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
The KACH Cash Magnet Contest is here, and you can win money just by listening to your radio. Simply pick up one of the cash magnets available many places around town and be listening after 7 o'clock each weekday morning as I will call out a 4-digit number. If your magnet has that 4-digit number, you'll have 1 minute and 5 seconds to call the radio station, and you could win the cash jackpot of the day. If no one wins, the cash prize will go up $5 a day. Find a cash magnet, be listening weekday mornings, and get ready to win with FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
It won't be long before we're putting away the patio barbecue equipment for the season. But before that happens, get in at least one more delicious barbecue featuring bone-in pork center-cut loin chops from Stokes Market in Preston. This week they're on sale for only $1.79 a pound. Pork chops, the perfect entree for a backyard barbecue. While you're at Stokes, grab a pot roast for only $3.49 a pound. You'll be glad you did. Save more with digital coupons from Stokes. Stop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston. Pork chops on the barbecue? What a great idea.
A proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Lady Indians volleyball. The New Look Indians hit the court, looking to continue on what was one of their best seasons a year ago and work to bring home a conference title. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, for all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto, the Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own phone app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. And by Cornerstone Realty. When you're ready to sell your home or purchase the home of your dreams, call Cornerstone Realty. They want to be your agents. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without expressed written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. Once again, good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Preston Gym as tonight the Preston Indians play host to the Pocatello Indians. Dan Hubbard here courtside. John Beverly back in studio tonight as they're introducing the visiting members of the Pocatello Indians as we get ready for this evening's matches. One thing you may not be able to see on your screen is interesting enough that the Pocatello Indians in Brannett County having a much different situation fighting with the COVID-19 virus than they are here in Franklin County. But the Pocatello Indians team will wear face coverings, face masks during the match tonight, as the JV wore them even during play, and they'll do that all through the match. The JV, the varsity, as they stand at the baseline of the court going through the introductions, they all have their face masks on. For Preston, Franklin County not going through nearly as much of the COVID-19 situation as they are in Brannett County. They haven't played with masks on all year, and they do not have them on here to this evening either, as that's kind of a different situation. It's something we haven't seen in any of the matches that we've had so far here for you on KACH or on the video feed on mylocalradio.com. Quick injury update for you. Both Maddie Whitehead and Emily Longhurst are back in uniform and on the floor here this evening. You heard Coach Haskell talking about it in our pregame interview. They didn't get Emily Longhurst a lot of playing time. She was still a little bit of pain on Tuesday in Rigby. She got in for a couple of service points and then was rotated out quickly. But that's really all the action she saw 1 point in each of the 2 matches. For Maddie Whitehead, she did not dress the other night. She is dressed here this evening, and she will play at the libero spot, her normal position here on the floor, and hopefully we'll be able to add a little bit of emotional boost for this Preston Indians team, as having her back on the floor, an emotional lift from her, a little bit of an emotional leader on the floor, and it'd be good to have her back out there indeed. So welcome back, both Maddie and Emily. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Franklin County Medical Center, providing the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st West in the city of Preston. After tonight, up next for the Lady Indians was supposed to be another triangle match against Westside and Marsh Valley coming up this weekend. However, Marsh Valley has had to withdraw from those matches because a couple of girls were exposed on their team to COVID-19. So they will not play this weekend, but the matches will go on as the Preston Lady Indians will take on the Lady Pirates in volleyball. That match tentatively scheduled for 7 o'clock, as with freshmen and JV going on before that. My guess is we'll come on a little bit later than 7, but we'll just tell you 7 o'clock and we'll go from there. So we're ready to play here. The Pocatello will serve first, as dropping back to serve is Haley Rye, and her serve handled deep by the Indians. And right off the bat, nice dig in the back row and in the middle, and a point, as it is Haley Rye to come away and put that ball away, and Pocatello goes on top 1-0 here in the opening set. Pocatello a little bit bigger across the front line, and their hitting ability, a lot like the match the other night against Rigby, may come into play as we carry on throughout the evening. 1-0 the serve, as Maddie Whitehead bumps it over. The set outside. This one's dug out again by the Indians. Outside as it comes to Hobson. She's dug out at the net. Back over onto the Pocatello side. Again, this is Tori Gentry, and she hits it into the net. And Preston gets their first point of the night, and we're tied at 1. So they tried to get it to Gentry outside and let her go down the line, but she hit it into the net. So Hannah Stevenson serving here first for the Indians, as again hit deep into the back row. Knapp returns for Preston and finds the deep corner. Keisha Knapp puts Preston up 2-1 with a nifty kill. So Preston gets their first point of the match. Stevenson serving again, as set from the outside, comes back to Hobson again. Hobson partially deflected at the net, as that'll go down, and Preston goes on top 2-1. Check that, make it 3-1. Preston came out so strong in each of the 2 matches the Tuesday night. That's what made losing both those matches so disappointing in the end. There's Whitehead with a great dig, as that will be a point for the Indians. Credit Maddie Whitehead with a great dig to keep the point going, and eventually Preston was able to win it. I talked to Coach Haskell before the matches today, and we talked a little bit about Maddie and her ankle problem that was keeping her off the floor, as played deep into the back row, and the Indians set and blocked, and it'll be a point. Nice block at the net, as in the middle of the net, Addie Evans picking up the block that led to the point there for the Pocatello Indians, and it's 4-2. Hallie Pearson serving. Back row, Hobson, and that will be out of bounds. She tried to go cross court a little bit too far, and it's 4-3. So the problem with Maddie was not the pain tolerance necessarily. It was after the ankle injury. Her Achilles tendon was still so tight, it was tough for her to get her ankle loose and warm and be able to move. service error puts Preston up by a score of 5-3 now. So they wrapped her ankle good and tight, put her in a little bit of some warm wraps before they went out on the floor, and she'll try to keep moving and keep the ankle as warm as she can throughout the match here this evening. Hopefully she can stay on the floor. The outside set, that's going to go off the hands of Hobson. Was it touched? Yes, it was. It looked like it was going long. Hobson pulled her hands back just at the last minute, but not quick enough as it went off her hands. And it's 5-4, Preston on top. Tori Gebhardt, or Garbett, I should say, here if serving. She'll set, blocked at the net by the Indians. Comes to Whitehead. Set in the middle. Outside, Knapp. Off the hands of Garbett and out of bounds. So Preston now leading 6-4. Maddie Whitehead to serve here for the first time. As partially blocked at the net, Windward got a hand on it and then a lift and a point for the Indians. That'll make it 7-4. Maddie, not only the emotional leader on the team, she does it by example. One of the best servers they had coming back from last year. Outside, off the hands of Keisha Knapp, and comes down out of bounds. Point for Pokey. Makes it 7-5. The JV lost in 3 sets, but the third set was a marathon. It was finally ended 32-30 in favor of the Pocatello Indians, as that'll be an ace on an unreturnable serve. So Pocatello ended up winning the JV match in 3 straight sets. 7-6, service error, point back to the Indians. That'll make it 8-6 here. So Andrew Shelley, who filled in at libero the other night, will serve here, back in a regular rotation position for this evening. Garbett from the back row gets it over. They'll set outside, and Longhurst just into the match for the first time. Tough set for her. Really not a lot she could do with it, and she was not able to get it back over the net. It goes to 8-7. Catalin Michelson now rotates in for the serve. Here's the outside set. Again, outside, Windward. Boy, blocked and then trickled just back over the top of the net. And then a put back for the point. As coming up to put that point away was Hannah Stevenson for the Indians. 9-7, side out. Serve again will come back over to Preston. Serve, boy, they almost let that hit the ground in the middle. As Whitehead, great dig by Maddie, and they call it a lift, unfortunately. Maddie came out of nowhere to get that ball back up. 9-8. Alexa Jones serving. Set in the middle for Windward, off a set of hands and out of bounds. Preston keeps bouncing back and forth with that 1 and 2 point advantage. As it's now 10-8. Windward with her first kill of the match here this evening. As Windward serves in the middle, they'll go short and for the point. That was something that kept dinging Preston the other night, especially against Shelley, was the back row kept backing off a little bit too deep, and they just go short, and they weren't able to come up quick enough to be able to get to the ball. Hallie Ray will serve, as not being able to dig that ball out was Drew Despain. It's an ace, and we're tied at 10. Second ace of the match here for for Pocatello. Again, they have to come up quick to be able to keep that ball alive, and that will be a point for the Indians. Someone got into the net. So 11-10. Preston goes back on top. And again, dropping back to serve here again is Hannah Stevenson. They'll set outside back set off the hands of Hobson. Nope, they just said they went too long. So the point for the Indians. They go back up by 2. It's 12-10 again. I thought they said Hobson's toe would touch that, but they said no. Outside, comes back to Hobson. This time she goes short, this time herself, and gets the point. Just a little dink shot over the top of the block, and it's 13-10. Stevenson to serve again. Good deep serve. They'll set in the middle. Off the hands of Despain and out of bounds. 13-11. Addie Evans credited with the kill. She is the big tall girl right in the middle. Also playing on that front row is Ellie Johnson. Gives them a lot of height and a lot of ability. Haley Peterson serving here, or Pearson rather, as Knapp goes short, dug out. From the back row, kept alive here by Whitehead. Again, set comes to Knapp, partially blocked, but it falls in. Garbett not able to get to it, and it's 14-11. Back to the 3-point lead again for the Preston Indians. So after the side out, Chloe Hobson, the sophomore again, will drop back here to serve. Hobson, touched by Garbett. Looked like it might have been going deep. They got to get this one over, and they do. Indians keep it alive. They'll set it in the middle. They go short again. Just did keep it alive. Flicked over for the point. As the Pocatello Indians cut the lead back down to 2 again at 14-12. Just a little short flick right into the middle of the court, and Preston not able to get to it. Terry Garbett serves as Preston again not able to put that one away, and a ball handling mistake there as the ball came to Alexa Jones, and all of a sudden the ball just didn't go the way she wanted it to go and went back the other direction. 15-12. Maddie Whitehead will serve here again for Preston. Whitehead's first serve, nice deep. Back set, partially blocked, and they're going to say that Preston was into the net apparently. So it becomes 14-13 now. And the service error goes out of as they serve it out of bounds. So Preston goes back up by 3 again at 16-13. And Emily Longhurst back into the game as the senior will come in and serve again. Longhurst serve, handled deep by Garbett in the front row. Dug out by the Indians. Windward off the top of the net and comes back onto the Preston side. Point for Pocatello. So 16-14. And tonight's match brought to you in part by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area here in Preston. For information on how you can get a new home built for your needs or desires, call 435-232-1837. Haley Windward with the big hit off the hands of the libero Garbett and out of bounds. Preston picks up another point. It's 17-14 as they go up by 3 here again. 435-232-1837, the number to call to reach our friends at Rouse Construction. Served by Despain is mishandled on the return. And Preston goes up 18-14. 4-point lead for the Indians. That's their biggest lead of the set. As the serve, handle in the middle, blocked at the net, back onto the pokey side, and there's Windward just to tug it down. She got the block and then the kill as the ball came right back to her. 19-14. Despain's serve. Outside set this time. Off the hands and touched it out of bounds as they tool the block and pick up the point. So the lead back down to 4. Here's Alexa Jones, the senior, to serve. It's handled by Whitehead. Sayer set in the middle to Windward. And Windward hits it off the block and into the net. So it's a point for the Indians as it goes to 20-15. And Pocatello trailing by 5 here now in the set. They want a timeout. So we'll take one as well. We'll be right back. More first set action coming up right after this.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
KACH. KACH.
Preston with the serve, and it's an ace. As Drew Despain picks up Preston's first ace of the evening to go up 21-15. I take it back. It was actually Emily Windward who had the ace and the serve. Outside, Gentry. Nice kill by Gentry. Got that down. Preston almost dug it out. They weren't able to. 21-16. Preston with the lead. Hallie Ray, who we know from the Pokey basketball team for the girls, serves here. It'll be set in the middle. Short play there as Burnett got it over. Pocatello handles at the net. As Whitehead got it over, then let it go, and it went out of bounds. Maddie was going to play it at the last possible second, pulled her hands back. 22-16. As Hannah Stevenson will serve again here for Preston. And that'll be a service error. First service error of the night against the Indians. 22-17 now. Rotating back in here is Ellie Johnson, the senior for Pokey. And dropping back to serve is Hallie Pearson. Pearson serve, dug out by Despain, played by Whitehead, comes to Knapp and down, partially off the net, and then finds the middle of the court to make it 23-17. Here's Hobson now to serve for Preston. It's going to be a tough play. They got to get it all the way over. They're not going to be able to. That'll be too many hits, and Preston now has set point. 24-17. And Chloe Hobson serving for the set. Goes deep middle. Set in the middle. Blocked the play at the net by the Indians. The block by Burnett. And the Indians get the point and set number 1 here tonight as they win it 25-17. And they will go up 1-0 here in this conference opener for both teams. The Indians win the first game. Second set of the match coming up. As for Preston, they will win that first set very importantly And now we'll head off to the second set right after this timeout.
KACH.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
westmotorcompany.com.
The KACH Cash Magnet Contest is here, and you can win money just by listening to your radio. Simply pick up one of the cash magnets available many places around town and be listening after 7 o'clock each weekday morning as I will call out a 4-digit number. If your magnet has that 4-digit number, you'll have 1 minute and 5 seconds to call the radio station, and you could win the cash jackpot of the day. If no one wins, the cash prize will go up $5 a day. Find a cash magnet, be listening weekday mornings, and get ready to win with FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees, credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
The second quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home, 1005 South 8th East.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back as they play the first point of the second set, won by the Pocatello Indians. They lead 1-0. Haley Rye is serving. Set by the Indians. Outside, Hobson goes short. That's dug out. In the middle again, as Knapp keeps this one alive for the Indians. As Hobson just plays it over, gets it out of trouble. Outside set. Again, Pocatello not able to put that away. Back to Hobson again for the Indians. Blocked at the net. And right there again, it's Whitehead to keep the ball up. Back to Knapp. That's kept up again by Pokey. As partially blocked at the net by Knapp, but it ends up being a point for the Pocatello Indians, and they go up 2-0. So off to a 2-0 lead here in the second set are the Pokey Indians, as Burnett dug out, kept alive here. That's another nice dig in the back row by the Preston Indians. Into the net, kept alive, and that'll be 4 too many hits against the Indians, and it's 3-0. So Pokey goes up 3-0 in the second set, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Short serve, played there, kept alive again by Preston. Knapp is dug out. Garbett, as the hit from deep in the back row by Johnson goes wide of its mark, and Preston has their first point of the second set, and it's going to be 1-3, as it'll now be Chloe Hobson dropping back to serve here again. Maddie Whitehead on that bad ankle moving around pretty well so far here tonight. As the set outside, kept up by Knapp. Hobson from the back row just bumps it over. Gebhardt with the set in the middle. Pocatello just has to get it out of trouble. Whitehead will set to Knapp. Partially blocked. Gebhardt has the dig in the back row again for Pokey. As coming up to make the play, it was Hallie Pearson with the kill. It'll be 4-1. As now serving again here is Hallie Pearson again, and right off the whistle, right off the serve, a whistle, and a violation of some sort here against Preston. I'm not sure what they did. Some sort of formation problem. As Kalaska takes a minute to kind of instruct the girls on what they did wrong. It's 5-1. Here's Pearson's next serve. In the back row, Whitehead plays it forward. Hobson in the middle, kept alive. Can they get this one back over? Yes, they can. As it ends up being a point, as Whitehead not able to come up quite fast enough and able to pick that ball up. So goes 6-1 Pokey. That'll be their biggest lead of the night at 5 points here early in the set number 2. And Preston almost misplayed it, but they got it back over. So back onto the Pocatello side. Now back onto the Indian side again. Outside Knapp blocked. Get back on the Preston side. They keep it alive as it comes back to Longhurst. She bumps it over again for Preston. Outside, down the line, dug out there as Stevenson there to make the dig. Knapp at the net, and that's going to be a point as Knapp into the net. So a point again for Pocatello, and it's 7-1. Pearson's serve again goes down the line, but they call that an ace, and they're gonna ask the line judge. As the line judge says yes, ace, so it's 8-1. That's their third ace of the match here so far tonight. As boy, a big hit and a big dig rattles around up in the rafters. Finally comes down, played by Garbett, and they get it back onto the Preston side. Outside, comes back to Longhurst again for the points. Emily Longhurst playing well so far tonight after her limitations the other night. Still in a little bit of pain from that appendectomy she had. Boy, it wasn't just 10 or 11 days ago, it seems like. And now she's back playing at full tilt. Knapp outside, mishit, point for the Indians. The Pokey Indians. 9-2. And here is the sophomore Tori Garbett into serve again. Set by the Indians, Woodward. Kept alive by Whitehead. Maddie's got to get out of the way. And a double hit called against the Indians. As it goes to 10-2. Maddie in there trying to dig that ball out. The short play found herself with all the trees up front. She almost got run over. Outside comes to Knapp. And that's another mishit, and that goes long. 11-2. Here in the second set of tonight's match, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Garbett's serve. Outside, Longhurst is dug out, kept alive. Outside, Johnson hits it too deep, point for the Indians. So it's 11-3 as that breaks their string. That's 9 straight points served up by Pocatello there. And that'll be back-to-back points for the Indians as, again, that's too deep from in the middle. Makes it 11-4. Audrey Shelley into serve. As she gets the instruction from Coach Haskell, and then a service error as she hits it into the net. So it's 12-4. Pocatello on top. Natalie Austin serving in the middle. Longhurst dug out in the back row. Outside again, blocked at the net. Did it get over? No, it was actually into the net. Point for Preston, and it's 12-5. Webb Funeral Home, where your compassionate staff will help you anytime in your time of need. Call 852-0533 for more information. That's Webb Funeral Home, sponsor of the second set of tonight's match. Point blocked at the net, comes back to Pokey. They hit it into the net. A miss hit there by Tori Gentry. And Preston has cut the lead down to 6 now. It's 12-6. They were down by as many as 9 at one point. Despain with the serve. They'll need to bump this one over, which they do. Just a free ball here now for the Preston Indians. Set in the middle, Windward off the top of the net and back on to her. And the point goes to Pocatello. 13-6. Serve is short, played by the Indians. Comes to Hobson. She just plays it over off a couple of sets of hands, and then Gebhardt not able to get it back over the net. 13-7 as the Preston Indians get the point. Maddie Whitehead serving. Just kind of floats one in there in the mid-court. Now Whitehead with a good dig, keeps it alive. Outside, Hobson. That's dug out in the back row. Gebhardt's got to go get it again. Now they're able to play it back, put another free ball here again for the Indians. In the middle, bad set, but Hobson able to do something with it and put it away. Chloe Hobson with the point. Now 13-8. Lead down to 5 now, and Whitehead serves again. As another bad mishandle by Pokey. Point for the Indians, and it's now 13-9. And a timeout on the floor called again, this time by the Pocatello Indians. With the timeout, we'll squeeze one in here as well, and we'll be right back.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACH.
Dan Hubbard back with you from Preston Gym. John Beverly back in the studio tonight, twisting the knobs and keeping us on the air. We appreciate that. As we welcome you back, Preston trailing 13-9 here in the second set. And Maddie Whitehead continues her serve. Dug out in the middle. They set in the middle, does Pokey. It's off the block and out of bounds, point for Pocatello. Good block in the middle, but it angled off right and out of bounds. Point for Pokey. And now here's Gentry to serve again. Set, Hobson. That's blocked, kept alive as the Indians just steer it back over. Free ball here for Pocatello. And what do we got? Point for Preston. That makes it 14-10 as the Indians trying to hang tough as Acacia Knapp rotates back in for Preston. Set outside, bad set, but Knapp not able to get to it in time. Not a good set for Hallie Ray. But she just went a very sharp angle across the court, and Knapp not able to get there quite in time. Ray's next serve is an error. She hits it too long. So 15-11 here in set number 2. Preston won the first set tonight, 25-17. Here's the serve, outside set here for Pocatello, dug out by Whitehead. They steer it back into the middle of the court. Point for Burnett, and a point for the Preston Indians. Makes it 15-12. Hobson serve here for the Indians. Deep middle. They set outside. And here comes Whitehead from nowhere to keep it alive. Preston gives it back to Pocatello. The set on the outside. Blocked by Knapp. Kept alive again. At the net. Blocked by the Indians. And that'll be a lift called against Preston. Burnett was able to go up and make the block at the net. And as the ball was coming down, she tried to play it again, but was called for a lift. And it's 16-12. As Hallie Pearson will serve here again. Outside, Longhurst bangs it over. Now the middle back set this time. Is Whitehead able to keep that alive? Knapp into the net. 17-12. As back and forth we go. Preston able to make a couple of points dent into the lead, as that'll be an ace right on the back line. Pearson puts one right on the back line, picks up an ace, and back to a 6-point advantage again at 18-12. Pokey on top. Set in the middle. Burnett. That's dug out. They keep it alive to the Pocatello Indians. Knapp has that back on the Preston side. Outside set. Longhurst was blocked. Comes back to Longhurst again. Blocked again as Whitehead keeps it alive twice in a row. Knapp is dug out in the back row this time. As, again, Stevenson has that dig for the Indians. Comes to Longhurst. She'll bang it deep. Pocatello keeps it alive outside, and Whitehead again able to keep it alive from the back row, and a touch at the net gives the point to Chloe Hobson and the point to the Preston Indians as it makes it 18-13. One of the better rallies so far of the match. Serve comes back over to Preston, and Celeste Burnett will serve. Gebhardt digs it out back row, and a block at the net as Windward there to slam the lid. 18-14 now. Preston trims the lead back to within 4. Burnett's next serve is outside, and a good spike out the outside. Hobson not able to come up quick enough and play it. It's now 19-14. We'll give the kill to Pearson. Gebhardt serves here. That's going to be kept alive by Pokey. And then they find just an open spot in the back row for the point. They're just trying to play it over. There was nobody in that spot. 20-14. They'll set outside for Longhurst. She tries to go for the corner. Gebhardt gets a hand on it. Kept alive again, and a point for the Indians. As running out of hits, they had to try to get it over the net, and it was short and went under the net. Andrew Shelley rotates back in as Acacia Knapp will go
to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Sorry, we got kicked off there for a second. Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout with Pocatello leading 22-15. As we welcome you back, and the serve belongs to Natalie Austin here for Pocatello. Windward blocked at the net, and that's going to be another point for Pocatello as the block at the net, and Preston not able to get it back up. That'll make it 23-16. Whitehead, a little flick in the middle, point for the Indians. Stevenson with the little flick finds the open spot. Back to a 6-point lead again. Preston's got some work to do. 23-17. As the serve set in the middle. Whitehead sets outside. As another point, this time it's Hobson again. As not being able to come up quick enough from her libero position was Tori Garbett. And it's 23-18. I have on my sheet. They have 17 on the scoreboard. Dug out by the Indians. They keep the point alive. Comes back to Hobson again for the point. (23-18). Unofficially, Hobson with 5 kills already here tonight. Despain serves again. Outside. Dug out by Whitehead. They set again for Windward. As that'll be called 4 hits against Preston, I believe. As the ball was not blocked at the net. As Windward hit it into the net. So it'll be set point here for Pocatello. As it'll be Natalie Austin to serve for the set. Hobson off the block, kept it on the Preston side, back to Windward as she hits it deep, and the game and the point go to Pocatello as Pokey comes back to win the second set by a score of 25-18, almost identical from what the first set ended here tonight. 1 set apiece, set 3 coming up right after this.
KACH.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1.
The 3-0 Westside Pirates are off to another perfect start as they head out on the road this Friday night to face the Coal Valley Christian Chargers. The Pirates have collected wins over Firth, Snake River, and last Friday night over a tough Marsh Valley Eagles squad. Follow the game live on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
The third quarter is sponsored by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back as we move along to set number 3. And the third set of tonight's match is brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop by and visit them at 17 South State, right here in the city of Preston. So 1 set apiece as we go to set number 3 here tonight. As Pocatello will serve to open the set, and Hallie Ray steps back behind the service line. And we're underway here in the third. As Preston sets outside, Hobson off the block, dug out and kept alive. Can they sneak it back over? Yes, but it's going to be a lift and a point for the Preston Indians. First time tonight, Preston gets the first point of a set as they win the opening point. As Shelley comes off, Knapp back on for Preston. As the outside ball here played by the Indians, they keep it alive. Knapp back set. Off the block, played again by Pocatello. They set outside as it comes to Pearson. Off the block and down. Pearson tooled the block well, picked up the point. And it's 1-1 here early in set number 3, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Hallie Pearson, the junior, serving again. As the set comes across to Knapp this time. That's dug out in the back row. And a bad set and a point for the Indians. It'll be called a double hit. So the Indians win the point. Longhurst back onto the floor. As it'll be Drew Despain rotating out. And now it'll be Chloe Hobson back to serve. Off the top of the net, played in the back row by Garbett. Outside, dug out deep by the Indians. In the middle, it comes back to Burnett. She's dug out. Boy, a bad set. Comes way deep in the court, and Pocatello just has to give it back to Preston. Garbett with the dig. They come over to keep that ball alive again and just steer it back over. Nope, but it went wide of the antenna, out of bounds, and Preston leads 3-1. This tonight's match brought to you in part by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in Cache Valley, with Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, Dodge, and Dodge trucks all available right here in the city of Preston. As Pocatello plays it over to the Indians, middle set, Burnett dug out deep. Outside set this time for Pokey. They go deep but too long. And Preston goes up 4-1. Hitting error in the middle as Rye hit it too deep. Hobson to serve here yet again. As they just play it over, give it back to Preston. Outside set, Longhurst. Didn't quite get up high enough. Kind of mishit it and hit it into the top of the net. I think it's 4-2. So 4-2, and now Tori Garbett, libero, serves. They'll set outside. Knapp tries to go down the line. That's dug out. A little flick over. That's no good. But the ball falls in between the two Indians just back off injuries, Longhurst and Whitehead. But the ball falls between them as they both dove, and neither one could quite reach it. 4-3. Now make it 4-4 on the bad return of serve. So we're tied at 4. Garbett to serve again. Whitehead with the return of serve comes to Burnett, as that's partially blocked, played at the net. Outside set, blocked this time as Campbell couldn't get it over. Comes back to the Indians. Hobson just steers it back over, back deep again, and the set comes again to Campbell. That's played again by Preston as they try to flick into that neutral area right in the middle. Played again by Pocatello. They get it back over. Back set to Knapp, as Knapp will find the corner for the point, or will it stand? Yes. Keisha Knapp with her second kill of the night. Preston goes back on top, 5-4. Burnett now serving for Preston. They set outside, and the block at the net, point for the Indians. As Ellie Johnson was blocked at the net, Knapp was there on that side. So point for Preston makes it 6-4. And Pocatello just has to give it back to the Indians after the serve. Comes to Longhurst. She'll just steer it back over and give it right back. Again, Back set comes back to Campbell. That's dug out by Knapp. Back to Longhurst again. They'll set this one in the middle, and it's into the net. A miss hit there by Tori Gentry. As Preston goes up by 3, and it's 7-4. Burnett continues to serve. Off the hands of Pearson. They have to run to go get it, which they did. And Pocatello just plays it back over. Free ball here for the Indians. That set comes to Bryce just into the game. That's dug out again by Pocatello. Kept alive again by Preston. Back set, Longhurst. Played up, and a whistle. Someone's into the net. Point for the Indians, as it is Pocatello that ended up into the net. And a timeout on the floor. Preston leading 8-4. We're tied 1 set apiece here in the third. Timeout. We'll be right back.
KACH, my local radio.
It won't be long before we're putting away the patio barbecue equipment for the season. But before that happens, get in at least one more delicious barbecue featuring bone-in pork cinder-cut loin chops from Stokes Market in Preston. This week they're on sale for only $1.79 a pound. Pork chops, the perfect entree for a backyard barbecue. While you're at Stokes, grab a pot roast for only $3.49 a pound. You'll be glad you did. Save more with digital coupons from Stokes. Stop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston. Pork chops on the barbecue. What a great idea.
Welcome you back here. Set number 3, sponsored by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Remember, whatever you need for your car, who's making a ping, a bang, or a tick, Preston Auto Parts is your only stop you need to make. Stop in where you'll treat you like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State in downtown Preston. Preston still serving, as at the net, Bryce can't get it over the net. Finally, the Indians able to get it back over onto Pokey's side. The little short flick is going to be in for a point. Preston caught themselves kind of running around out of position a little bit as it goes to 8-5. As this will be Natalie Austin in to serve for Pocatello. As they'll set outside for Longhurst. Partially blocked at the net, kept alive by Pokey. Again, played over, kept alive this time nicely by the Indians as it goes to Knapp. And she'll be called for a double hit charge against Keisha Knapp. That makes it 8-6. Austin's next serve in the middle, deep. Again comes to Longhurst. She can't get it quite over the net. Whitehead keeps it in play. Comes to Knapp again for the points. Keisha got up high enough, then found a little spot right in deep middle where nobody was at. 9-6. Preston's lead goes back to 3 points again, and Andrew Shelley now serves. As that'll be set back, blocked at the net, point for the Indians as Longhurst makes the block. It's 10-6. As Shelley has to peek around our corner official there for a moment to make sure she can see the coach and see the sign, as at the net, Rye able to just trickle that ball over the net and out of the reach of all the Preston players, and it's now 10-7. Don't forget Saturday, Preston at West Side, 7 p.m., our broadcast for the varsity game. Longhurst again finds the deep corner. Emily Longhurst with a couple of kills here in the third set. And Preston now up 11-7. It's a 4-point lead as Drew Despain will come back in, and she will serve here for the Preston Indians. Outside, nope, not a good set. as Rye got it over. Preston able to play it. They'll set it outside. Here's Hobson. Dug out deep from the back. They'll flick it back over. There's Whitehead to keep it alive. Set this time as it comes to Bryce. Blocked at the net. (11-8). Nice block in the middle. As they say that Hallie Pearson was recorded with that block. So good job by her as Preston steers the ball back over to Pocatello. Pearson again. Partially blocked, kept alive by the Indians. Outside comes to Hobson. That's blocked at the net for the point. Rye this time with the block. Natalie Austin serves. As Preston able again, just that little corner flick finds the middle. And it's back to a 3-point lead on the side out. It's 12-9, and now Maddie Whitehead will now drop back and serve here again for the Indians. Outside set. Just over the top of the block for Pearson. Preston not able to dig it up as it goes to 12-10. So Hallie Ray now serving. Preston looking to string some points together here. It's just been back and forth. Burnett dug out. Kept alive by Pokey. Outside from the back. As that will be out of bounds. Hitting mistake there by Anna Campbell. And Preston now makes it 13-10 as they go up by 3. Anna Stevenson will serve here again for the Indians. Good deep serve. Outside. Campbell blocked at the net for the point. And she's able to tool the block. Knapp made the block, but then couldn't find it to try to get it back over. So 13-11. Hallie Pearson serving for Pokey. On the court, Hobson. That's dug out by Ray, kept alive again by Pocatello. Get it back over onto the Preston side as Hobson just steers it, but steers it into the net. First real hitting error tonight for Chloe Hobson. Preston sets to Knapp as the pass comes cross court. Dug out neatly by Garbett to keep it alive. Dug out by Preston this time. Back to Hobson, blocked at the net. And a double hit at the net. They'll officially charge it as a lift. But it's either way, it's a point for Preston, and it's 14-12. Hobson serving again here for the Indians. Chloe, the sophomore, right from in the middle of that baseline, hits it too long. We've actually been pretty clean so far here in the third set. Not very many errors until that one right there, charged against the Indians. Garbett serving for Pocatello. Set in the middle, Burnett, and that'll be a point for the Indians. A couple of Pocatello players banged into each other trying to get the dig back up as Preston goes up 2, 15-13. Longhurst back onto the floor as Maddie Whitehead will go to the bench. Burnett serving. Too long. That's back-to-back service errors against the Preston Indians. 15-14. Whitehead back onto the floor as Celeste Burnett will now go to the bench. Natalie Austin serves again here for Pocatello. Short play by Longhurst. Now back to Longhurst on the set. Blocked at the net. Knapp bumps it over. Free ball here for Pokey. Almost misplay, but they get the point as the outside hit by Ellie Johnson's good for the point. And we're tied at 15. Whistle, point for the Indians. Bad positioning here for Pocatello, and it's 16-15 as Preston gets the serve back on the timeout, on the side out rather. Shelley will come back in. Keisha Knapp goes back to the bench. So Adri Shelley serving again here for Preston. Nice deep serve. Middle set, dug out by Whitehead. Now the outside set this time comes to Longhurst. That's dug out, kept alive by Pocatello. Back onto the Preston side in the middle. Bryce puts it away. Jillian Bryce, the sophomore, able to get that one down for the point. And Preston goes back up by 2 again at 17-15. Serve. Back set. Comes short to Johnson, played by Whitehead. Preston flips it back over. Outside this time, Campbell. Kept alive again by Maddie Whitehead. Longhurst. That's dug out and kept alive back on the Preston side. Back to Longhurst again. And that's off the hands this time of Austin and out of bounds. Point again for the Indians, Preston Indians. 18-15. They go back up by 3. Andy Shelley serving. She goes deep center. In the middle. Wow, Whitehead with a big dig return of that kill attempt. And then nobody else could come over and get to the ball. Heck of a dig by Maddie Whitehead, though. 18-16. As coming back onto the floor here is Natalie Austin. She will serve again for Pocatello. As the back set comes back to Longhurst. She can't get that one quite over the net. And Pokey's back to within a point again at 18-17. Outside set comes back to Bryce. Played there by Pocatello. They'll get it back over. Blocked at the net by Bryce. Blocked again by Bryce. And a whistle point for the Indian. Point for Preston. Too many hits charged against Pocatello. And Preston opens up a 2-point lead again. Now hold on. Now the officials want to get together and talk here for a moment as our down official comes across the court to come up and talk to the chair official. And as he does, we'll remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for all of your insurance coverage needs. 85 South State Street is where you can find them here in the city of Preston. Come in, get your free competitive quote today, or call 852-2500. That's 852-2500. They're going to call that a redo. So no score on the play. It's going to remain 18-17. And Pocatello will serve here again. Back set, Longhurst. Dug out. This time blocked at the net by Preston. Mishandled, but finally Pocatello able to get it back under control. Outside again, they come back to Longhurst. She goes short, dug out. As the ball eventually comes back to Mickelson, steered over the net. From the back row, Hobson misplayed, but kept alive by Pocatello. Somehow they keep it alive. Longhurst again into the net as point for Pocatello. That's a lift charged against Longhurst. She hit it into the net, and then ball came right back at her, and all she could do was try to defend herself and pick it up and hit it back over. We're tied at 18. Time on the floor. We'll be right back right after this.
KACH.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
KACH. KACH.
Well, you can't get much more even than this. Each side with one set. And here, basically in the middle part of set number 3, we're tied at 18. Pocatello serving. Natalie Austin with the serve. Outside, Bryce for Preston. Off the net, kept alive, but a point for Pocatello. Ball came off the net. Hobson just flip it with her left hand. She got it high enough to get it over the net, but it landed out of bounds. Pocatello takes a 1-point lead. In the middle, partially blocked again by Pokey. Comes back again, blocked, dug out in the back row again. Whitehead with the dig and then putting it away in the corner as Hannah Stevenson picks that deep opposite corner again and ties the set at 19. All as Drew Despain will serve. Front row played by the Preston Indians. They come across to Hobson. Hobson's dug out in the back row. In the middle, Mickelson. That's played by the Indians, and a flick in for the point for Preston. Again with that little short flick, Stevenson finds the center area of the court. Served by Despain. And that'll be a point as Rye just going short. Preston not able to get it back up in the air. We're tied at 20 once again. Preston returns the serve back to Hobson and hit it right in front of Natalie Austin, who was playing deep middle. Nothing much she could do with it. She'd just have to watch it bounce. 21-20. Preston goes back up by a point again as Maddie Whitehead, the senior, will come in and serve. Outside set as blocked, kept alive, back on the Preston side. Comes back to Hobson again, into the net, as that will be 4-hit violation against the Preston Indians. 21-21. Here in set number 3, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Hallie Rye serving. Middle set as that hit the top of the net, then trickled over somehow. Give the point to Celeste Burnett as she just kind of looks at her teammates and shrugged her shoulders. I don't know how it got over, but it did. And Preston will take it. It's 22-21. Hannah Stevenson serving. Dug out by Garbett. Back set, blocked at the net, kept alive by Preston. Whitehead keeps that alive. Hobson steers it back over. Free ball here for Pocatello. They tried to go with a short flick, kept alive. Back to Hobson, too long. Even at 22. If this goes anything like the third set in the JV game, we got a while to play. As timeout on the floor called by Kalaska Haskell, tied at 22, and we will be right back after this timeout.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
KACH. KACH.
Here we go, back on the floor, tied at 22. Pocatello has the serve as Preston will back set for Hobson. Partially blocked at the net, kept alive by Pokey. They get it back over. Again kept alive by Preston. Gebhardt with the dig for Pocatello. Back set comes to Campbell. That's blocked at the net by Preston. They steer it back over. Whitehead has that in the middle, set for Burnett. Dug out again by Pocatello. As again, it's Pearson to get it back over. Set by the Indians. Hobson for the points. Chloe Hobson, I have her with 6 kills unofficially, and Preston's up 23-22, and Hobson will now serve. Preston 2 points away from winning the set and going up 2-1. Outside, Johnson, partially blocked again, and a point for the Indians. Burnett with the block. Set point for the Indians, 24-22, timeout, Pocatello. This one's going right down to the nubbin, folks. Come on back. We'll have the end of the next set for you coming up right after this.
KACH.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Set point for Preston, 24-22. Chloe Hobson serving for the set. Goes to Gebhardt. They'll set in the back, and that will be in. Looked out. Let's put it this way. Looked close. But the flag official on that side called it in. 24-23. Gebhardt will serve to try to extend the set here for Pocatello. As the set comes to Knapp. Dug out in the back row. Campbell, a little runner, finds the soft spot. Now they give the point to the Indians, apparently. Yes, indeed. They signaled the point for Pocatello, and then they took it away. Preston wins the set 25-23. As we got a timeout here on the floor, we'll take it here as well. As we're done with 3, Preston leads 2-1. Back right after this.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
The 3-0 Westside Pirates are off to another perfect start as they head out on the road this Friday night to face the Coal Valley Christian Chargers. The Pirates have collected wins over Firth, Snake River, and last Friday night over a tough Marsh Valley Eagles squad. Follow the game live on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State. A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Well, we get ready to start set number 4 as the Preston Indians with a very dramatic win to finish out the third set. They win it 25-23 and now lead 2-1, and they win the first point here in the fourth set. So Preston up 1-0. This is the first conference game for both schools. And Preston trying to go out to a 1-0 lead as far as winning conference matches. Save it onto the floor. Chloe Hobson just steers it back over as they'll set this one outside Pearson. Pearson hits it into the net. 2-0 Preston. Stevenson serving short. Gebhardt has to come up to get it. That's kept alive on the Preston side. As that's again Hobson getting a ball back over. Outside, blocked into the net. Pearson. 4 hits charged against the Pocatello Indians. Point for Preston. They lead 3-0 here in the set number 4. As the set will come in the middle. Blocked at the net. And up another point for Preston. So Preston leads here in set number 4. The outside set, that comes to Pearson. Kept alive again by the Indians. Whitehead just steers it back over, nice and deep. Outside set, again comes up in the middle. Blocked at the net. Point for Pocatello as Addie Evans was able to get the point back over. As a bad serve, that'll come back over to Pocatello. Bad service return, I should say. They have 3-2 on the scoreboard. Now they change it to 4-2. That's what I thought it was. Here's Hallie Ray's serve. Back set. Hobson into the net. Can they keep it up? No, they can't get it back. So it's 5-2. Preston on top. Gillian Bryce back onto the floor here for Preston. As Drew Despain will come have a seat. Also coming on here for the first time tonight is Kaylee Burbank. Hadn't seen her all night. As Burbank with a great dig as she just comes onto the floor. As it comes back to Knapp, she bumps it back over. Outside set. Whitehead has that one on the ball played by Pearson. As Preston will hit that one. Was it touched? Yes. Touched at the net. Point for Preston, 6-2. Rice with another nice kill for the Indians. Off the partial touch at the net. Outside, Jones. Blocked and down. Point for the Indians. Keisha Knapp with another block. That was her third of the night. As Preston's able to pick that up. Burbank to serve. Short. As they try to keep it alive. Can they? No. Ball deflected, changed directions about 3 different times. And finally the ball not able to be returned by Preston. It's 7-3 now as Pocatello will see Hallie Pearson now drop back and serve yet again. Pearson's serve is an ace. As Maddie Whitehead not able to get down low enough and dig that one out. Pearson serves again. Comes back to Whitehead. This one's returned in the middle. Burnett got that one back over. Kept alive again by Pocatello, and they hit it out of bounds. Point for Preston. 8-4. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State Street in Preston. 852-0810, the number to call. As again, it's too deep. As Addie Evans hits that one too far. Preston goes up by 5 points. It's 9-4 here in the fourth. Preston up 2-1. And Burnett serving again. In the middle. Bad set for Jones. Not much she could do with it. Point for Preston. And it's 10-4. Here's Burnett's serve yet again. Gebhardt. They set it outside. Blocked at the net. Down again for Preston. As again, Acacia Knapp is right there and picks up the block and the point. Timeout on the floor called by Pocatello. 11-4. Preston on top here in set number 4. And we will be right back.
KACH.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, Pocatello sees set number 4 starting to slip away a little bit. Needed a timeout to regroup as Preston leads 11-4. They also lead 2-1. As they'll continue to serve, it's Burnett. As the referee say play, and we're going. Another bad set for Jones. Kept alive here for the Indians. Free ball. They'll just steer it back over as Burnett will bump it over. Set. Blocked at the net. Knapp's got another one. Kept alive by Preston. As this time they'll give it to Windward, but she hit it just about a foot too long, unfortunately. So the side out. Ball goes back over to Pocatello. Garbett serving. At the net, Windward is dug out. Outside this time as it comes back to Ray. Dug out kept alive again by the Indians off the top of the net, and it goes over. Gentry hits it into the net. Point for Preston. 12-5. Keisha Knapp comes off the floor. Andrea Shelley back on, and she goes back to serve here for Preston. Leading by 7 here in the fourth set, and it's a service error out of bounds. Makes it 12-6. As coming back onto the floor here and assuming the serve for Pocatello will be Natalie Austin. Outside, Windward. Where she got under that one and just hit a little fly ball out of bounds too deep. So 12-7, back-to-back points for Pocatello. Austin to serve again. As just a little backward no-look flick this time. As Pocatello free ball here for Preston as they play it back over. As that is too deep. This time as Gillian Bryce got a little bit too much of it. As it goes to 12-8. Preston's lead trimmed to 4. As Windward just gets it back over. Here's a free ball for Pocatello. Partially blocked by the Indians at the net. On Ray, rather. Outside, Campbell. Too long. It goes to 13-8. As Preston breaks the serve. They get the side out and the serve back. Drew Despain now into serve here for the Indians. In the middle. That's a good shot. As right in the middle, Caitlin Mickelson able to put that away deep. Serve again, go back over to Pocatello on the side out. And it will be Natalie Austin back into serve. 13-9, Preston leads. As that is out of bounds again, make it 13-10. Preston's able to get balls around the block at the net. Fortunately now they're just getting a little bit too much of them. They're going just a little bit wide. Outside, Hobson. Off the block partially, played in the back row. As Pearson can't get it back over. 14-10. The set took Pearson well off the floor and tried to make her bring the ball back, and she wasn't able to. So here's Maddie Whitehead to serve. Pearson into the net again, kept alive by Pocatello. Back now onto the Preston side. In the middle, Burnett off a defender and out of bounds. Preston goes up 15-10. Whitehead to serve again. In the middle. Off the block and out of bounds. As, again, right in the middle. That was Mickelson tooling the block. So 15-11, and Mickelson will serve here again. Outside, Hobson. That one's in. Point for Preston. Hobson got a good look down the line and was able to tuck that one inside the back line. As Keisha Knapp's going to come back in. As Hannah Stevenson will serve here again for the Indians, for Preston. Officials finally ready to go. They blow the whistle, and Stevenson serves. In the middle, as Whitehead not able to get to that one. As coming up to make the point, I believe was Addie Evans. 16-12 as Hallie Ray serving again. That's too long. Service error gives the ball right back to Preston. 17-12. Indians stay up by 5 points. Kaylee Burbank back into the game to serve here, as they just have to give the ball back to the Indians. Burbank with a heck of a play just to keep the ball up, but then Preston mishandled it, and Burnett couldn't hit it into the net and couldn't dig it out. So 17-13 on the side out, as it comes back over to Pocatello once again. Pearson serving. Hobson with the set outside to Knapp, as Knapp ended up into the net. Point for Pocatello, 17-14. Preston's lead continues to shrink as it's down to 3 points. Into the net, service error against Pokey. 18-14. Celeste Burnett now serves for Preston, as not able to play the ball at the net. Hallie Ray, not really much she could do with it. Point for Preston. It's now 19-14. Can Preston hang on in this fourth set? Here's the serve. Gebhardt hit it out of bounds. 20-14, timeout Pocatello, sensing the set slipping away. They need a timeout, and we'll take one here as well. Preston leading 20-14, and we'll be right back.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Here, right off the serve, a whistle, and a violation called against Pocatello. So point for Preston on the serve, 21-14. Preston 4 points now from the set and the match. Celeste Burnett serves again. They come short. Garbett with the dig. Outside, blocked at the net, and it unfortunately goes out of bounds. Good block by the Preston Indians, but it went out of bounds as it's now 21-15. Preston's lead is 6. Garbett, as they'll set in the middle as it comes to Windward for the kill. A couple of those shots by Windward went wide of that deep left corner, but she was able to nail that one for the point, 22-15. Off the top of the net, Garbett able to keep it alive. The set comes, the dig rather comes to Jones, as Bryce can't get it high enough to get it over the net. 22-16, point for Pocatello. Garbett will serve again. I take it back. No, it's of course not. It's side out. So Natalie Austin back in to serve here. That's a service error. Austin hits it into the net. 23-16. Maddie Whitehead will serve, or will she? Let's see. Yep, Despain came back now. They say they will. And the confusion, and Maddie just picks up the ball and serves it and drops it right on the back line for the ace. And it's match point here for Preston. So, or will it stand? Let's see. Despain and Whitehead were both back there wondering who should serve. The referee blew the whistle, and in a panic, Whitehead served the ball and dropped it on the back line for what we thought was an ace. The point's going to go to Pocatello as a rotation error. It was Despain who should have served and didn't, so it's 23-17. And the side out, and the serve goes back over to Pokey again. Mickelson will now serve. Mickelson serve. Preston get it back over. Yes, they do. That's a heck of a dig there by Despain to keep it alive. Blocked at the net. Again, another free ball here for Pocatello. Blocked again at the net. Point for Preston. Hobson and Windward were there for the block. Set point now this time for Preston. Whitehead serves for it at 24-17. Match point, I should say, as that's going to be off the hands of Despain, and it'll stay alive. Point for Pocatello, 24-18. They still trail by 6, and they face another match point. Here's Torrey Gentry to serve. Gentry goes to Whitehead and almost put away. Kept alive. Look out as the ball came back over and a miss hit by Despain. And the point again goes to Pocatello. Great ball handling skills by Pokey to keep the ball alive. What should have looked like a sure point. As Preston again trying to keep this ball alive, and it's out of bounds. 24-20. All of a sudden, Preston scrambling a little bit. Point again for Pocatello, and the serve comes back to Burnett. Served into the net, and the play into the net by Ray. It's a point for Preston, and Preston wins the fourth set, 25-20, and they take the match 3-1. Not only knocking off their rival, the Pocatello Indians, but they win their first conference match of the year and basically move into first place here in the conference as they knock off Pocatello here tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. From produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, plus fresh bakery, deli items, and now fresh-made sushi daily. Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street here in Preston. We invite you to stay tuned. The postgame show is coming up next. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, for all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto, the Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own phone app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. And by Cornerstone Realty. When you're ready to sell your home or purchase the home of your dreams, call Cornerstone Realty. They want to be your agents. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
If you think buying a car is hard, stressful, and it takes a long time, you haven't shopped at West Motor in Preston and Logan. We've got a large selection of quality new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles to choose from. Because we offer great pricing and the buying process is simple, we also have a large inventory of used vehicles to choose from. Buy your next vehicle from a dealership that has provided customers a stress-free, quick, and reliable buying process for decades. West Motor in Preston and Logan. Stop in today or visit us online at westmotorcompany.com.
West Motor Company.
It won't be long before we're putting away the patio barbecue equipment for the season. But before that happens, get in at least one more delicious barbecue featuring bone-in pork cinder-cut loin chops from Stokes Market in Preston. This week they're on sale for only $1.79 a pound. Pork chops, the perfect entree for a backyard barbecue. While you're at Stokes, grab a pot roast for only $3.49 a pound. You'll be glad you did. Save more with digital coupons from Stokes. Stop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston. Pork chops on the barbecue? What a great idea.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Well, we welcome you back in. An exciting match as the Preston Indians are able to win it tonight over the Pocatello Indians and win their first conference match of the year as Preston wins it 3-1, winning 25-17, 25-18. They lost the second set. They won the third set 25-23 and then winning set number 4 25-20 to take the victory here tonight. Preston got a couple of their injured players back. Emily Longhurst played pretty well. Maddie Whitehead, as Coach Haskell really looks for her for the emotional lead of the team as a senior and stepping up as you expect a senior to, as Maddie was all over the place tonight from her libero spot, diving and making very critical plays to keep the ball alive when needed, as she certainly played a big part in the match here this evening. Also for Preston, Chloe Hobson unofficially on our score sheet was 6 kills. Haley Windward had 5. And even Keisha Knapp had 3 tonight, as she had a number of blocks at the net, especially when they needed them most. And in fact, the combination of Knapp, Stevenson, and Hobson across that front row here in the fourth set really took over at the net and made it very difficult for Pocatello to really get anything going sustained pressure-wise here in the fourth set. So Preston wins it by the score of 3-1. They have another match coming up on Saturday. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll tell you about that match and wrap up tonight's broadcast as the Preston Indians win it 3-1. Back to wrap everything up from here at Preston Gym right after this.
KACH.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
westmotorcompany.com.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, coming up Saturday, they were supposed to be playing another triangle match at Westside against Westside and Marsh Valley. Marsh Valley had a couple of girls be exposed to the coronavirus, so they've had to pull out of the matches on Saturday. So to just be head-to-head, Preston against Westside coming up, a little cross-valley rivalry action here for the Indians and the Pirates as they will meet over at Westside High School. Game time scheduled for 7 o'clock, but because there's other matches involved, I have a sneaking suspicion we might get on the air a little bit late on Saturday, but tentatively the match is set to start at 7 p.m. So we will talk to you then coming up from Westside on Saturday. So until then, for John Beverly back in the studio and our executive producer of Preston Radio Sports, Val Cook, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us and wishing you a very pleasant good night. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.